What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas, and I've put the cats back together. We've had our ban list, and I've went back to the drawing board and decided to put the cats back on display. Went to locals, only lost one round, and that was the Dragon Link. I wasn't prepared for it. Came second after all of it being said and done, which was pretty cool. Got a lot of Stampede packs out of that one. But I'll jump in, I'll show you guys the list and what I'm playing and how I'm playing it into the current meta and trying to plan for as much as what I can. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. All of this is very similar, so just two cats of each. So two Purrely, two Purrely. You can recycle these with the trap, there's no need to play anymore, especially the black cat. The white cat being your best starter. Worst case scenario, I would suggest playing 3 white cat, 2 black cat, but for now just leaving it at this. We then max out on everything else, being our spells. So 3 street being the absolutely best card you can have, stops you from being targeted. 3 my friend, 3 happy, 3 pretty. And then we go to the 2 ofs being 2 sleepy, 2 delicious, and the 1 trap. So obviously, you'll see later in the list I have terraforming for street, because it's just that important. You want to get street active as soon as possible. Instead of committing to your normal summon, you almost want to, if you can access and you have the cards in hand, you want to get street on the field, then use one of your spells to summon from deck so then your opponent can't target it. But yeah, that's sort of my thought process. We'll move on to non-engine in the main. So the main is 21 cards, non-engine is 19, keeping you as close to 40 as possible. Purrely is one of those decks that you have the capacity for a lot of non-engine, and I think at the moment what I've got in here is pretty cool. So starting off with 3 Fibulus. Obviously, if you've got it, you play it, you have to. The only other change that I would make is adding a 3rd Ash Blossom. But, you know, that's simply just to combat Fibulus now that everyone's going to have a play set because of Stampede. But for now, I have the 2 Ash, the 2 Veiler, 2 Snow Rabbit. Really good against Vikings, especially because that deck has become one of the best decks in the format at the moment. You would almost consider making this a 3 of, because you're hitting their island, you're hitting their sanctuary. You really want to just sort of stop them from accessing all that stuff. 2 Nibiru. Cards unreal. Combo decks go crazy, and we just want to stop them from doing that. 2 Droll. Again, you want to sort of stop them from searching. People don't play around it. It really screws with what they're trying to do. So we have that. We also then have a couple of Infinite Impermanents. Again, one of the better hand traps in the card game. You could cut down, because obviously you can see we've got quite a few different hand traps. I went for variety to have access to hit everything, because with Purrely you're drawing, right? And I also cut down on the ones that are useless. So you don't want to open Droll going first, but you want to draw it going second. So 2 of makes sense. So what you could do is really review your local meta and make an informed decision based on what your locals have, and you could cut cards and then make 3 ofs elsewhere. So that's what my advice to anyone would be. For the last 4 cards, we have Terraforming for our 4th copy of Street. We have the 1 of Talents now, which I think I saw more of on Thursday than I ever have when it was at 3. We have the 1 of Designator, and then the 1 of Called By, because these are staples in decks now. You're just going to have to see it. So clean 40 main deck, that's what I'm at the moment. And then I'll show you the extra deck and then the side deck, but it's all fairly comparable. So for the extra deck, we have 1 Anima, 1 SP Little Knight, Luralisk Assembled Nightingale, for those situations that you're in a pinch and you need to get a Zeus on the board. 1 Plump I want to put this at 2, but for now we have it at 1. 1 Baby Noir. We have 2 copies of Beauty. And we have 2 copies of Happiness. We then move up out of our rank 2s into 1 copy of Doubted Magician. We still have our Purrely Happiness. This card wins me a lot of games where your opponent's in a pinch and you just need OTK. You burn through all of their interaction, and you only summon this when you know they have got nothing left except for a big body on the board that you need to punch through. Do not summon this if they have a hand trap. Do not summon this if they have a back row set, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be destroyed or removed. It is a glass cannon. Do not summon this card if they have interaction left, because you will shoot yourself in the foot. You would be almost better to swing with what you've got, and then, or don't swing and make your big cat Purrely Noir, and just control the game from there. This deck's all about control, and it does it very, very well. Do not make big white cat unless you know they cannot stop it. Otherwise, just control with Purrely Noir. All right. We then have 1 Typhon and 1 Zeus. Okay, that's the extra deck. For the side, this has sort of been generic for a little while for me, but it can be open to change, and I'd love to hear some suggestions in the comments. We have 3 Strike. Going first cards, right? So Strike is a great going first card. You want to set that and stop their biggest summon. Then you have the Purrely for when they want a normal summon or summon from the deck. Get as many draws as possible. We then have Back Row Hate. So moving into going second after you win game 1. Dark Roller No More. Probably one of the best board breakers in the game. And I'm just trying Evenly Matched. Card's sort of been forgotten about this format, and I think it can be really, really good. Very impactful, especially if they're not prepared for it. And at the moment, no one is preparing for Evenly Matched. So I think it's a really great addition to your sideboard. So that's a profile. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. But this is my Purrely list moving forward into 2025. The deck is definitely not dead. As I said, I came second at locals. Check out those videos on the channel. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.